Hello, everyone. Named Jalise. Welcome to the JJ Movie TV Trash Gamers, everybody. And now we're going to give you my ranking of the Walking Dead season 1 through 7. Least favorite to favorite, and I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me on this list. A lot of people are probably going to just dislike this video, but this is my honest opinion. Least favorite season. Number 7 is Walking Dead Season 1. Why is this season my least favorite? 1. It was the beginning. Like all beginning of seasons of TV shows, the beginning's never really as good until later on, until it really starts to pick up. And Walking Dead is no exception. Season 1 was very good. It started off with Rick Grimes coming out of his little coma, to going into the city, to meeting Shane, to meeting Glenn, and ultimately them just traveling the road and reuniting with his family. This Season 1 was just the characters that are just in The Walking Dead, Rick and the group, and we're just introduced to these characters and how they're going to survive in future seasons. The Walking Dead Season 1 was the beginning startup setting point for the Walking Dead season, and for Season 1, I don't hate the season. I gave it a B+. I thought it was a very good season, and I could not wait for Season 2, and yeah, Walking Dead Season 1 is my least favorite, but it's not a terrible season. There is not a single bad season of The Walking Dead. But The Walking Dead Season 1, my least favorite, number 7. And besides the fact that it was extremely short. But what can you do? Number 6, I'm going to give to Walking Dead Season 7. Why is this? I know a lot of people hate this season because Rick was taking a back seat a lot. He was mostly just... Let me just explain this. Negan in this season was all about Negan. Negan in this season killed a main character. He killed one of the biggest main characters of the show. He killed them all with a baseball bat. He killed 2 characters in one episode. And this season, I know a lot of people were upset about the season at the beginning, but we never seen our characters really this low before. We never seen them this beaten up, this defeated before. And really, this is just a story arc of progression. We know it's going to happen. They're going to get beat up. They know they have to suck it up and deal with the pain. But then the first half deals with them sucking up about the losses they have, dealing with the loss they have, learning about Negan's new world order, about his life, about the Saviors. And this season just really developed a lot of different communities, such as the Kingdom, Hilltop, Oceanside, and the Saviors. So I don't hate this season. I think this was a step in the right direction. Granted, it wasn't as action-packed as Season 6 or as slow melodrama with Season 2, but Season 7 just was a stage in the Walking Dead franchise that just needs to pick up, and then Season 8 will have the big epic war that we always wanted. So this season was just a perfect setup to me. I know a lot of people hate this season, but to me, it was an awesome season. I enjoyed it. Yes, there were some episodes that were not needed, but overall, it still was an excellent season of television. So out of 10, a 9 out of 10. It's an A- season to me. Enjoyed it. Season 7, number 6. I don't hate that season. I think a lot of people just need to get over that fact, but I need to get over the fact that Rick was, after the death of certain characters, that Rick wasn't the state of a warrior, and he was more of a stage of grieving. So I think a lot of people need to get over that, and a lot of people should stop blaming Daryl for a certain thing that happened. But Walking Dead Season 7, number 6. Number 5, I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, Walking Dead Season 6. I love this season of Walking Dead. I think this season was fantastic for the second half. The first half dealt with the herd coming to Alexandria. But why is this season not my favorite? We devoted so much time to these Alexandrians that are eventually killed off. Jesse and her sons, so much time devoted to them, not there. We get this one doctor girl who's is in love with Tara. She gets a character progression, but she dies. A lot of these characters that are in The Walking Dead, the Alexandrians, they are what should have been building up about the Alexandrians for this new group of people like Deanna, her son Spencer, and all the other ones to build up as new characters to be with Rick's group. They are just terrible at surviving, and I know the fact that they're trying to do this realistic way that not everyone can survive, but the only Alexandria that I see that is helping out is Heath and Aaron. And they didn't devote too much time on them that much. But for Walking Dead Season 6, there was just so much development and screen time put on these characters that are eventually going to get killed off. And it was just very upsetting to me. And overall, if they should have just done a lot better job with the Alexanders. And the second half was awesome with introducing the Hilltop and a little bit of the Saviors, a tease of Negan. And I just really enjoyed the second half of the season. So season 6, number 5. But then again, I just go back with these seasons back and forth. But for now, season 6 is number 5. Just for now. Number 4 is Walking Dead season 4. Why is season 4 and not higher on this list? One, because the second half was very predictable. The first half dealt with Rick being Farmer Rick, trying not to go to this murderous dictatorship that he's always been inside of him. Prison is dealing with the effects of an outbreak of a virus that's affecting people around. The walkers are starting to close in more on the prison, and it's just really the first half deals with mostly the governor's storyline and ending it, and then the second half deals with the group being separated after the prison and them all reuniting. And we had separate episodes where Rick bonds with Michonne and Carl. You have separate episodes with Abraham, introduction of Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene, with Glenn, Maggie, Sasha, and then you have the certain different storylines with Tyrese and Carol, with Crazy Lizzie and Judith. All these characters are separated, and when all these characters are put together, the second half was just them all being separated, and at the end, we all know they're going to get together at the end, and they're going to be rescued, or they're going to meet each other again at the end. And that most likely, that's just more or less happens at the end. It was just fairly predictable the second half of the season. But season 4 of The Walking Dead is a phenomenal season. It's an A- season to me. I gave that like a 9.3, and I gave like The Walking Dead season 6 like a 9.2. I go back between those seasons. The 2 through like 5, I just go back between them so much. But Walking Dead season 4 for now is number 4. Number 3, I'm giving to Walking Dead season 5. Now, why is Walking Dead season 5 so high on my list? So many great reasons. One, Rick Tatership is back again. We get the bearded Rick. We get the crazy Rick. We get the it doesn't give two flying fucks Rick. We get cannibals during this season. We get to see the introduction of Alexandria. We get to see how Rick mind is slowly transformed. We see the new characters such as Aaron, such as Deanna. Deaths of certain characters was just so dang depressing, but so good. I love Tyrese's arc in this season. I love Carol during this season. Absolutely amazing. I love to see how this group strives and continues to build upon the relationships and become stronger once again. And it's just them against the world. They're out on the road for the first half or a good portion, and they're just ultimately just going to be there to protect one another. They're there to survive. They're there to fight, and they're willing to save anyone they love. And ultimately, this group is utterly, besides in season 6, they're utterly vicious also in this season. And they are just willing to survive. And I just love Walking Dead season 5. I just love just the ruthlessness of it. I like the Beth story arc. I like the aftermath of the Beth's story arc. And then afterwards with the Alexandrians. I just really enjoyed this season, how this close-knit group of people going into the wilderness and then coming out of it to society, and how it's just psychologically brilliant of how you see them just go through the emotions of going through from the wilderness to society, and how they're just trying to grapple their minds with it. And is this normal? What's normal? What was life was? And you could just see them all struggling. Abraham's drinking too much. Rick is not taking it all too well. Michonne, like Maggie and Glenn, they are easier settled into it. But Carol is settling into it in her own way. But it's just really very interesting this season, psychologically as well. But Walking Dead season 5, third favorite. And I know this is the reason why people are going to dislike me down the bottom. Walking Dead season 2, my second favorite. Why do I like this season? Shane is great as a villain. And some people find this season slow paced, but to me, I don't. First episode, Carl gets shot. Second and third episode is all about saving Carl. And while you're doing that, you're introducing to Herschel, the grandfather of the Walking Dead. We could see the seeds of beginning with Maggie and Glenn. Their relationship after the third episode. How they slowly start to love one another. Daryl starts to become more impacted with the group. Shane starts to take more twisted turns. We find out Lori is pregnant. Then the whole Walker Barn. And then we get the whole thing of Nebraska. And you get to see this group for the first time deciding. I know a lot of people did not like Dale deciding whether or not they should kill somebody. You know, when they had that long conversation about that. But since this was the beginning, we slowly start to see the seeds of how this world started to crumble and how the new world's going to be. And killing someone or executing someone is going to be as simple as brushing your hair back, because it's a very dark show, and the season just is the calm before the storm. And Shane is there's this love triangle with both Shane, Lori, and Rick. But overall, this entire season to me was just amazing. I just love to see the character progressions of certain characters such as Glenn, Shane, Rick. You can see a little bit more of Carl, him doing stupid stuff, but still it's a character progression. Andrea's trying to fight back a little bit more. They're all trying to survive a little bit more. Introduction of Herschel and Maggie was awesome. I loved it. And overall, this show was really about the moral compass of what's going to happen after the world's end. And this is just them really facing these facts. So yeah, what is right, what is wrong, and Walking Dead Season 2 was the calm before the storm. So Season 2, my second favorite, 9.5 out of 10. Love that season. And my first favorite is easily Walking Dead Season 3. This was a near perfect season for me. Near perfect. The only reason why, because we got that stupid death of the freaking finale of the Season 3 finale. The finale was my least favorite finale of The Walking Dead. Probably one of my least favorite finales of TV show history. But what can I say? Introduction of the governor storyline, introduction to Woodbury, the prison storyline, the group infiltrating the prison, the loss and love what happens in the prison. Glenn and Maggie get kidnapped by the governor / Merle. Merle and Daryl's relationship, brotherly bond, is here. Merle interaction with the group is here. Michonne and Andrea's relationship is awesome. Michonne introduction into the season was amazing. The governor storyline was amazing. Everything about this season was simply amazing. And I love this season of Walking Dead. I will go back to this season a billion times. Nearly every single episode you have to freaking watch. It's simply awesome. Just the last episode kind of brought it downhill, but still, this was to me it's just so refreshing to see our characters from debating in Season 2 whether or not to kill somebody to being actual full-blown blooded warriors in Season 3. To see them just as a tight-knit group, killing walkers easy as pie, and ultimately becoming survivors. And you see that, and survivors versus other survivors, such as the Woodbury versus the prison group, and it's just freaking awesome. So yeah, Walking Dead Season 3, my number one favorite. Easily, 9.7 out of 10. I don't think no other season could beat that season. Maybe Walking Dead Season 8. Maybe. But here's hoping they do it. But Walking Dead Season 3, awesome ass season. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. So, yeah, everyone. That's my personal rankings of the Walking Dead Season 1 through 7 ranking video. Let me know what y'all think. If you want to subscribe, if you like, discredit, leave comment down below. Let me know. My name's Jalise. Signing off for everybody. Bye-bye.